Karibuni sana, welcome to the show. This is another edition of Confined, and the Fine hosted by the host with the most.
Hey,
Yo boy.
that has become your thing now.
Yo, that's the thing now, my guy.
I'm Waine Munene.
And I'm Andrew Nyaga. And today, this show has been authored and tailor-made to your satisfaction by Mr. Moine.
You know when you say something like that is when someone I've remembered. Today,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about something that's at the core of all our lives. Work. You know,
Kazi.
we're going Kazi. Wera. We're going to try and figure out why you work,
Yeah.
you know, how you work,
Yeah.
what drives you, what sort of sacrifices do you need to make for work and stuff like. Because I found again
The importance of work.
work, God's opinion of work. Always.
True.
That is good. So I don't know. Let me go faster. This is what I think. About work, right? I believe for me, work is an obligation. It's something that I should take serious, no matter what it is I'm doing. And then there's so many forms of work, from something simple as tying your shoelaces to running a company with 2,000 people. All that is work. But I've found out is what I have found out rather is that what drives us to work is what varies a lot. You know, have you ever found, even here where we are, there's somebody who must be forced to do chores. Chores are work. Your duties is work, and you can always tell somebody who's it's coming from inside, kwa roho yake, or it's just a means to an end. And for all of you also, in the morning when you wake up, so you have to go to job. What's your reaction like in the morning? You know, do you wake up very, you've got a spring in your step, you're happy, you're thinking, you're in the zone, you're at work, you know, today I want to do this. Jana, I did do this, I want to try ABCD different, I want to make this place that I'm at a bit better. Or it is living paycheck to paycheck. I'm going, I need 8 hours, after that I go home, and then after that I go again to work. You become like this ant.
You just create a cycle,
it's a cycle, a very boring. You get what I mean? That's what work is to me. And you? What do you think?
For me, I think work is tied with your destiny.
Mhm.
Work is what you do. I'd describe work for myself
Right.
as what I do. Let's say 8 to 5. Yeah.
Mm.
No, that's a job actually.
Yeah, job is work.
That's a job.
What do you do at job?
But my work really is what drives me, my passion.
Mm.
Yeah. What I can do every day for my whole life without stopping.
Mm.
Yeah. Without any ati siski kufanya leo nini. Yeah, so I think that's my work, and work I think is that kind of work is driven by your purpose in God's will. So you have to find out what your purpose is. What were you meant to?
But I even have a very difficult time figuring out purpose. You know, I find it very difficult. Do you know you can go throughout your whole life, you grow, learn, live, and die without figuring out your purpose.
Without ever even knowing what you were meant to do.
Yes, you don't know whether you're coming or going.
Yeah.
Now ask me how this happens. For a long time, guys, I think is it my generation or the people a bit older than me? You knew from the minute I wear a uniform and I go to school, KCP lazima nipite. If I don't pita, I won't go to high school. From high school, you know, if I don't pita this KCSE, campus is gone. So you work hard, then you pass. You get to campus. Now campus things change.
It's
Not about. It's no longer about just learning Mwakenya cramming. You have to apply what you've learned. But I see our society as we are crammers. You never ever want to go outside the box and think for yourselves. What you have been told is law.
We're stuck in theory.
Are you getting? You're stuck in the theory. You never ever want to question and make things different. And then from there, from Campo, you're still in that one. You've not done what you're supposed to do. You've not expanded your mind. But then you utapita, right?
Utapita because you know what the book says.
When you pass, you get into a company.
Yeah.
Most people want to work in Gava. You work in Gava, maybe you may graduate ukiwa 25, 26, maybe 27, things were thick. and you work there until 55,
Yeah.
never moving. Maybe unapandanga those compulsory promotions. Every 3 years you go, every 3 years you go up.
Yeah.
At 55 you retire, you get your golden handshake, you go farm. That is so vanilla. Where have you impacted the society around you?
What have you changed?
What have you changed?
What is it, the new thing that you brought?
Do something.
Yeah?
You know what I mean? Like the thing I'm always telling you. Anytime you go to a group of people, you know, any situation that you can and you are in, always drive yourself to make it better. Yani, leave your footprint. What are these carbon footprint people talk about? Leave your footprint. If we are here, homie, see, we are in a we told you, maybe we're your neighbors, you never know, in a place.
We're near a lake.
We're near a lake. So, if you are here, figure out, I found this place like this. How can I make it better for the person behind me? You know? And if you cannot do anything, completely zero, you cannot make it better, go and slap someone so that they just know you are there.
What's
No, I
advice?
really
What's
fear that.
advice this girl
You do
to
know
slap
how
people, bala?
you know how I fear
Yeah.
being plain. I don't even think God can forgive me for that.
Just being there, you're like a stone. You're not changing. You're not moving. You're not
Yet,
effective.
I know what you mean.
You're just standing there. Literally, you see even Nyagude over here.
Oh, Wangeshi,
Oh, Wangeshi.
they're just there.
They're just there. But there are co-hosts. Let's talk about their Yeah, anyway. So we're back to work. And the Bible tells us about work. Yeah? It tells us about work. It tells us about what what God thinks about work. Yeah? And when I think about it, do you know God meant for us to work? Yeah? God meant from the beginning, it was part of his plan that we should work, that we should always work, that we should always eat the fruit of our labor. Yeah? The first thing he said was be fruitful and multiply and take dominion.
Exactly.
How do you take dominion? By working. Yeah? Even salvation is work. Work out your salvation with fear and trembling. Yeah? Ni kazi, it's a process. It's a process. Yeah? And today we're going to read from, thank you Nyagude, from the book of Timothy. 1 Timothy 5:18. A very interesting scripture.
Yes.
Five,
Chapter
eight.
5:18.
Yeah.
Verse 18, chapter 5.
So, here's what it says. For the scripture says, you shall not muzzle an ox when it is treading out grain. The laborer deserves his wages. Yeah. So, in
I think that's First Timothy.
that's First Timothy.
Then it should be Second Timothy. Ask me why. No, it's fine. It plays out. Ask me why. You see, and by the way, leave this in the comment section. Yeah? I feel if that scripture can be interpreted wrong, it can make someone always say, I will always work for money. I will not work because I'm getting nothing out of it. You see, now read 2 Timothy 5:18.
Second Timothy 5:18.
Sorry, not 5:18.
Study to show yourself approved unto God.
Yes, 2 Timothy.
The workman that needeth not to be afraid. Yeah. So in my version it says, do your best to present yourself to God as one approved, a workman who has no need to be ashamed, rightly handling the word.
You see? Makes sense.
It does make sense. Yeah, it's basically God is telling you that you have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. Just as I was reading in First Timothy,
Thank you.
they reward labor. You know, labor rewards. Yeah. But if you're lazy, laziness people should not even eat. Yeah. Lazy people should not even eat. So here God is really reminding us that our work, the work of our hands. Actually, in the Bible, I've just remembered another place. It tells us that He shall bless the work of your hands.
Mm. And have you ever realized also work needs sacrifice? There is something you're going to do at the cost of something else.
Yes.
So when you work, you have to weigh stuff. What I am going to gain after working should be bigger, yeah, or equivalent to the sacrifice I am going to do. Imagine waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning, right? Going to work, right? At the you might even sacrifice maybe family, you know, you won't be there to prepare your kids going to school. Or for us here, you sacrifice sleep. See, there we don't have problems. But so it better be you've given up sleep to do something very meaningful. And that sacrifice, the bigger it is, the bigger the gain. Now, most people I have come to reason, very many people are good at talking. Have you ever sat with guys and then you say, hey, by the way, kutoka next week, eh? Mtawacha, I'm going to start doing ABCD, I'm going to cut down on TV time, I want to do this, I'm going to start a business, that next week never reaches.
It's 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 an addictive mentality in itself, because most people who have these life controlling issues have the best plans,
Yeah, the
but
best.
execution
None.
nothing,
Even me.
nothing.
Even me. The only thing I could tell you for sure I'm going to be there and I'm going to do is drink.
No, and even if you start your plans, you never finish. Yeah,
It's true.
you never see them through to the end.
So I think this is a point where we need to challenge each other. I need to challenge you, you need to challenge me, you need to challenge us, you know, we need to challenge you. Whatever you do, have a very good idea of why you're doing it. What what is your goal? What do you want to achieve in everything? And as you do that and we challenge each other, be accountable to someone, and you will watch your life turning very, very slowly, just like this, getting to the better. I can tell you for sure, the way I was in December is not the way I am now. Now I came here, yani, I keep on telling Andrew, I came here to deal with my drinking problem, and then I came and I found my whole life was upside down, and drinking was katone. You know, now is when you find this life was very complicated. So, as usual, walk with us, talk with us, encourage us. Please like this show, share it, comment it. Let's grow together. Cheers.
Hasta luego.